geologist who discovered it. So the Quran says, from one parent did all people come from a single clot of blood. Surely we gave our servant Ahmed El-Garun, the Quran, saying, O you people, surely we created you all from a male Kadmon and a female Nakebao, and we made you all tribes a large family. Important be it, the distinction between the mark of the concealers of the truth and the mark of the faithful. The first be the mu'min, the faithful. Their mark be in their foreheads by striking their head upon the ground in worship. I don't mean like the Mohammedans. As we revealed to our servant Ahmed in the Garun, the 48th degree, the 29th verse. Muhammad is a Rasul, one sent of the source Allah. And those who are with him are forceful on the concealers of the facts. Yet they have a ruhama'u, yielding mercy between themselves. You see them ruka'an, bowing, sujjadan, prostrating, seeking the fadlan, preference from the source Allah. And ridwan, content, pleasure. Sima'hum, their marks are fi in wujuhihim, their faces, from the athari traces of el-sujud, prostration. That is their mathal, likeness. In Al-Tawrah, the Torah, law of the Elohim, Moshe, and the prophet Aaron, and the apostle Yehoshua, Moshe's successor. And their likeness is in Al-Injil, the evangel, revelation given to Yeshua, Isa, as a zara'in, seed of a plant that brings forth a stalk. So it supported it. So it becomes thick and stands upright on its own trunk. It amazes the planter, so that he, the planter, by way of it, would yahidah, enrage al-kuffar, the concealers of the facts. And the source Allah has promised for those who have faith and work to solihati, perfect themselves, from them forgiveness, and the azim, supreme ajran, reward. In the writings given to Yeshua, Tammuz, the pamphlets of Revelation, the 7th degree, and the 3rd verse. And this Elohim, the Anunnaki Marduk, son of Enki and Damkina, of this craft, was saying, don't harm the planet Earth, nor the sea, and none of the trees, until the servants of El Elo, the heavenly one, called Anu, Allah, Theos, have been marked, sealed on their forehead. The seal of Alyun, Alyun-El, the Most High, be the mark of distinction, impressed on the forehead of the enduring righteous as a result of constant prostration in prayer. These would be the upright people, the faithful seed of our servant Abraham. Who are the true ones of peace, the congregation of the resurrected 144,000, Ansaru Anu, El-Mu'min, the faithful, who prostrate before Anu, and they bear the mark of prostration, sajda. The sons of Shaitan will be the second, the mark being multiple digits, calculates as 666, the symbol of the Babylonian visa, political and religious power, had the number cleverly repeated in its measurement, it being an image of an old of the beast having the number of his name. Also the letter S, whose birth is in the serpent. The hiss will be in his name, the sound of the snake, given the numerical value of 6 in the coinage of the letter S in series of 3 on emblems, using 6 ounces of brain waves when 7 1/2 ounces of brain power should be used. Brain weight is 52 ounces. The figures on the image Dura are made clear so that in what we gave one of our servants Daniel 12 chapters of the writings of the prophet Daniel, the 3rd degree, the first verse revealed in 536 BC. It reads, Nebuchadnezzar, the ruler, made a Tselem, idol of gold, whose height was 90 feet by 9 feet, and he set it up in the plain of Dura, the dwelling, in the province of Babylon, called Iraq today. The followers of Dajjal, sons of Shaitan, will be impressed on their foreheads as if it was stamped with a ray of light. A laser will be used to place the charagma, engraved mark, on the metapon, space between the eyes, the forehead, or in the khiri, the hands of his followers, or injected beneath the skin. If you beg his wealth, and not work, you will be numbered. Also your newborn will be numbered. And those who took the mark of the beast and those who prostrated to his image, both of them were cast into the lake of fire which is burning with sulfur, and the rest of them were killed with a sword which came out of the mouth of him that sat on the horse, and all the birds were filled with it from their flesh of them. But as for the Ansaru Anu, this is their promise. And I saw seats so that they were sitting on them, so that they that were sitting on them were given the wisdom. And I saw the spirits of those who were killed for bearing witness of the Messiah Jesus and the word of Anu, he who is above the heavenly one. And those who did not worship the beast nor his picture, and did not get his mark on their foreheads or their hands, and they shall live and become rulers with the Messiah for 1,000 years. Now, concerning the meaning of the word Nuwaubu, given in video to number 4, the Crystal City, we will take it a little further to the scroll of the degree of Mohammedism, page 558. Here we learn Nuwaubu is an ancient Nubian word which is right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding, finite and infinite, to know. According to Lane's Arabic English lexicon, the Ashuric Arabic word Nu means of color inclining to black or brown. The word Nuwaubu is from the Ashuric Syriac Arabic word Nub, which was also an ancient deity who came down to earth thousands of years ago. By Abjad, which is the numerical value of each Arabic letter, Noon equals 50, Wow is equal to 6, and Beh is equal to 2, totaling 58. The 50th attribute of Allah is El Shahidu, meaning the watcher, the witness. and is equivalent to the word Shahada, which all Muslims take when they enter into the fold of Al-Islam. So it's like a baptism. Refer to a baptism ceremony, scroll number 51. The sixth attribute of Allah is Al-Mu'min, meaning the faithful or believer, which is what one becomes once they have taken their Shahada and entered the fold of Al-Islam. The second attribute of Allah is Al-Rahim, meaning the merciful. Is the second part of the Tasmiyah, the most widely acclaimed declaration in Al-Islam, which opens up the chapters of the Quran. It is protected by the sacred number 19. Refer to Dr. York versus the Computer, scroll number 149, and Supreme Mathematics of the number 19, scroll 16. So Surah Al-Fatiha, which opens the Quran, was originally the fifth revelation to the Prophet Muhammad, known as Alhamd, the praise, which consists of 5 letters, and the fifth name of Allah is El Salamu, which is Al-Islam. These are no coincidences. This is supreme mathematics unfolding right in front of you. Now 2 plus 6 plus 50 is 58, and the 58th attribute of Allah is Al-Mubdiyu, the beginner. For all things will begin at this renewal point in our history for the pristine purity of Al-Islam called Nuwaubu. The sacred 3 letters Nun, Waw, and Ba or Beh, giving us the word Nuwaubu, unquote. The word Nub or blackness is supreme balancement. Before the chaos was introduced, it was a state of sound, right reasoning. This that was triple darkness, which is what you call the absence of consciousness or the absence of the state of being awoke. In actuality, the dream state is more real and peaceful than the chaos you meet when you are awoke. A form of spiritual darkness responsible for the spark that turned on the light, that is the life and intellect of all who breathe and think. But when the light is turned on again, the chaos begins. The differentiation begins. The separation begins. The rights and the wrongs, the goods and the bads. The supreme balancement is broken, and the ego begins to verse the I. When you were in darkness in your etheric state, you had sound, right reasoning. When you were in etheric form, you were in a state of peace. You were a part of all, the all, El Kulum. You were the all. You were living in the dark state of sound, right reasoning. They call it darkness, Genesis 1:2, and try to say it is ignorance and evil. With the creation of light came chaos, Genesis 1:3. The word Nuwaubu gets into some advanced mathematics and sciences. It is the key unfolding the spell, but only those who will approach it with a sincere heart and open mind and controlled emotions. The root of the word Nuwaubu is the root of the Ashuric, Syriac, Arabic word Nub. Another derivative of Nub is Nabuwa, which means prophethood or prophecy. Nubuwa can also be found in Aramaic, Hebrew as Nibuwa, a prediction or teaching from the root word nu, to sprout, to germinate. Nubun, which is cuneiform, means before the light, presenter of news. Nubuwa can be found in Quran 3:79, 6:89, 45:16, 57:26. So the word Nuwaubu is about the prophecies. Now these are quotes from El's Holy Quran. First, El's Holy Quran 6:125, which states, so whoever the source Allah wants to lead into guidance, expanding his chest for Islami, the peaceful way of life, Nuwaubu, and whoever he wants to lead astray into error, makes his chest narrow, unexpanded, harajan, restricted. He can't receive inspirations. It is as if he yasa'adu climbs upwards in al-samai, the sky, just like Allah makes al-rijsa, the filth, an abomination upon those who are not of the faithful ones. Then El's Holy Quran 6:159 through 160. Surely those who divided their deen, means of judgment, and became many Shi'an things, Sunni, Shiite, Wahhabi, Tijani, Ahmadiyya, Baha'i, Moorish American, Nation of Islam, 5%, etc. You should not be any of them in the things they became. Surely all their affairs are with Allah. But as for him who comes with surely all their affairs are with Allah. Then he will inform them of what they did. And whoever comes with a hasanati, a better thing, Nuwaubu, so for him, Malachi York, there will be 10 good things like it. But as for him who comes with a bad thing, sectism, so his reward is nothing less than its likeness, and they shall not be dealt with unjustly. As Holy Quran 38, 82, and 83 states, he Iblis said, then by your izzat, might, I will lead them astray into error altogether, except your slaves amongst them, al-mukhlasina, the purified ones, Nuwaubu. Finally, as Holy Quran 53:30, that is the mablaga, extent of their knowledge, love of the physical world. Surely your Muhammad's Rab, sustainer, he knows who is astray from his path, Millah, rights of Abraham, Nuwaubu, and he knows who is of the calm ones. Every denomination in Christianity, every church worships and has a different picture of God, Jesus. Even though they are all using the same Bible. The Jehovah's Witness God is different from the Catholic's God, who is different from the Mormon's God, who is different from the Methodist God, who is different from the Baptist and the Episcopalian God. Why? Because each denomination says their God will save them only and no other congregation. So, just as there are many gods, there are many Allahs. It is merely called Allahumma in El's Holy Quran. The word Allahumma means, O Allah, the source. And whom? They, referring to the Anunnaki. It is stolen from the Hebrew word Elohim, meaning these beings or a group of Elos. Enki was called Allah. Tammuz was called Allah. Malachizedek is called Allah in El's Holy Al-Injil, and he gave us the Shriner handbook called Allah Ma'ana, meaning Allah is with us. Ishtar is still being called Allah. As a matter of fact, Al-Lat. However, worship is due to the Most High only, to Alnu, Aliyun, Aliyun El. Holy Quran, chapter 109, Surah Al-Kafirun, chapter of those who conceal what they know to be the facts. During the 19th century, three archaeologists, Arnaud, Halevi, and Glaser, went to Saudi Arabia and dug up thousands of Sabian, Mina'ian, and Qatabian inscriptions, which were translated. Then in the 1940s and the 1950s, they were followed by J. Caton Thompson, Carleton S. Kuhn, Wendell Phillips, W.F. Albright, Richard Bauer, who excavated sites in Qataban, Timna, and Marib, the ancient capital of Sheba. These inscriptions and votive bowls read, used in the worship of the daughters of Allah. The three daughters were Al-Lat, Uzza, and Manat, was sometimes depicted together with Allah, the moon god, represented by a crescent moon above them. They were not just found in Arabia, they were found in Palestine, Lebanon, and Iraq, etc. The archaeological evidence demonstrates that the dominant religion of Arabia was the cult of the moon. In the Old Testament times, Nabonidus, 555 to 559 BC, the last king of Babylon, built Taimah. He built Taimah, Arabia, as a center of moon god worship. Siegel stated, South Arabia's stellar religion has always been dominant by the moon god in various variations. Many scholars have also noticed that the moon god's name Sin is a part of such Arabic words Sinai, the wilderness of Sin, etc. When the popularity of the moon god waned elsewhere, the Arabs remained true to their conviction that the moon god was the greatest of all gods. While they worshipped 360 gods at the Kaaba in Mecca, the moon god was the chief deity. Allahu Akbar. Are you listening, people? Mecca was in fact built as a shrine for the moon god. This is what made it the most sacred site of Arabian paganism. The overwhelming evidence reveals that the temple of the moon god was active even in the Christian era and during Muhammad's time, and was still the dominant cult. The moon god, also known as Sin, a title of Ishtar, the mother of Tammuz. and her father Nanar. Son of Enlil and Meliltu. The title Sin was Al-Lat, meaning the deity. Notice how similar Al-Lat is to Allah, meaning he was the chief or high god amongst the gods. Allahu Akbar literally means Allah is the biggest or the oldest, from the root word kabara, meaning to be old, to be older, to be great, big, large, to grow, increase, augment, etc. He is the biggest of the 360 pagan gods. Do you understand? As Kuhn pointed out, the god Il or Ilah was originally a phase of the moon god. Refer to our video Malachi's Mission Earth, Pagan Arab Daughters of God. Then follow that up by referring to our video Malachi's Mission Earth, 12 ranks of the Anunnaki. Holy Quran 61:14 says, O you who are faithful, be Ansaru, aiders of the source, Allah, the Ansaru Allah. As Yeshua Ibnu, adopted son of Maryam, said to his Hawariyun disciples, those dressed in white robes, who among you are Ansari, my aiders, Ansars towards Allah? His Hawariyun disciples, which were dressed in white robes, said, we are the source, Allah's aiders, Ansars. Holy Quran 61:14. Right in this quote is the word Ansar, which comes from the root word Nasara. Right in this quote is the word Ansar, which comes from the root word Nasara. The word Nasari also comes from this same root word. In the Messiah Yeshua's time, his followers were called Nasari, and back then Melchizedek's followers were called Ansars. You don't want to accept this because you don't want to accept that in order to be saved, you will have to submit to being a follower of the Messiah Jesus as an Ansar. Another name for the followers of the Messiah Jesus is Masihiyin, the Messiahites. They believe in him as the Messiah and are awaiting his return. Thus ends today's video. We hope you have learned something from this video, and we urge you to share this video and to subscribe to the only channel where you will learn true ancient Egyptian mysteries. No more lies, no more guesswork. So share, subscribe, click on the like button below, and see you at the next video.